Hello, friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. All right, got just a couple simple little projects to do today. You may recall that a while back I went out to update my driver's license so that I actually have a Texas license. Well, at the time, they gave me a sheet of paper as my temporary license and told me to expect an actual driver's license in 30 to 45 days. Well, it's been 45 days now and I haven't received it, so I'm going to run down to the DMV and see if I can figure out what's going on. Additionally, as you recall, I moved some palm trees from my place in California here, and I think I found another place that I want to put them on the property that they'll allow them to get a little bit more sun. It'll actually make the building look a little nicer, and it'll have a little bit better drainage, plus the fact that it'll increase the amount of space I have in my backyard. So I'm going to do that. But before I can do that, I got to run over to the storage locker and pick up the hand truck because those things are just way too heavy to move by hand. So let's get going on that. Well, that was frustrating. I got in there. Apparently they sent my driver's license out about 2 weeks after I applied for it, but it got lost in the mail. So they can't just issue me a new one with that. They have to start the whole process over. So I had to fill out all the paperwork, wait over and over again to talk to somebody. They actually told me initially that I was going to have to pay for it again, and that kind of angered me a little bit because, you know what, it got lost in the mail. The DMV is a government agency, the post office is a government agency. If one government agency loses another government agency's documents, it shouldn't be the civilian's responsibility to pay for it. Now, fortunately, because I checked in on this before the 90-day period, they didn't require me to pay again, but I got to start the whole process over. So it's another 30 to 45 days to get a new driver's license. They recommend I contact the post office and tell them that, hey, I am expecting something from the government and to make sure you deliver it. But, you know, it seems to me that's sort of what the post office is supposed to do all the time, not just with state documents. So I don't know. I hope this just doesn't go on and on and on. So anyway, I think I'm going to go over to the storage locker, pick up the hand truck so I can move those palm trees out into a more appropriate area. And I think I'm going to take side streets home because last few times I've been on the 35 freeway, they've been doing some major construction and it just takes longer to get there than I think if I did side streets. And last time I just kind of drove around at random in Texas, I got some kind of cool vlog material. So, you know, who knows? We'll see what happens. So that was a little frustrating dealing with the DMV, but I guess one of the constants in the universe is no matter what the government sticks their hands in, they're going to screw it up. So I guess this should have been expected. Expecting the government to issue you a driver's license and then the government to deliver it to your house, I guess that's just too much. Anyway, we got that taken care of, and hopefully, you know, within a couple weeks I'll actually have a real driver's license this time. I will know at this point that after 2 weeks or so it should have been sent, so I can start looking for it and maybe make sure I'm at the mailbox exactly when it arrives so I'm ready. I also got the palm trees moved out of the backyard and into the open area kind of in the front of the complex a little bit. Looks a little better right now because right now there was just nothing against the wall and it was just an empty dirt pile. So now I got a couple of palm trees there. They look kind of nice. So while I was out, I also had to come up with a better way of watering them because unfortunately with the water in here, they put a bunch of low flow fixtures in here. So even filling up like just a gallon bucket to bring it out to water, it takes like 2-3 minutes. And that's just a really, really long time. Now it turns out they do have a hose, attachment on there. But because it's, I guess, part of the apartment complex, they removed the handle. So you can't really easily turn it on without like getting out there with a pair of channel locks or something. So I just went to Home Depot, and you can buy these replacement faucet nozzles, faucet handles very cheaply. So I got one of those, and I got a cheap hose and a little soaker head so I can water the palm trees. So that'll be better off, I think. I also got some feedback from my father. He continues to be on the mend. This whole thing was started off with when they detected prostate cancer. And so for the last couple months before I left California, he was going in for radiation treatments. Not chemotherapy, but something that was targeting the specific area of his prostate where the cancer was detected. And that process, took about 3 months. It's over now, but they've been still kind of monitoring the prostate numbers. And I guess the key numbers that they're looking for, and I don't know exactly what the name of the test is, but originally when they finished up the radiation treatment, the number was at 5.2, and that was really high. He says now it's down to 0.4, and so that's a great improvement, and ultimately they want to get it down to 0.1. So we're all kind of really happy that he's doing better, and should continue to be on the mend for the foreseeable future. Everything seems to be looking up now, so that's good news. That is, I think, all I have for today, so I am going to end it here by saying thank you as always for watching, and I will catch you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.